Welcome to Certified Delulu. I hate this part, and I say this in every single episode because I get so nervous. I guess one day when I do this podcast on video instead of just audio, and I just have the guest next to me, it'll be like we can be holding hands and I wouldn't feel nervous. But because it's Zoom, I always get nervous because I see my friend's face and they're like, oh my God, it's excited. And I get so nervous. But after a month break, I'm so happy that we're back. And I'm just so excited with the guest that I have today. I love her so much. And her name is Alexa Char. Wait, actually, before I fully introduce you,
Yeah.
pronounce your last name. I just realized I said
Char. Char.
Char.
Char.
Guys, I'm not from here, so I'm learning lingo. So Alexa Char, welcome to Certified Delulu.
Thank you for having me. I'm
Thank you.
so excited to be here.
I love you so, so much. I was telling Alexa like 2 minutes ago before we started recording that I've been thinking about this project for so long. And a few months ago, we were like together eating with some friends, and we started talking about so many books that we have in common that we've read. And then the minute she said, like, I'm not gonna say the name of the book, I'm gonna say that in a few minutes, but the minute she said that name, I was like, she needs to be in the podcast. If I make this happen, she needs to be one of my guests because she's like the vibe that I have that people just laugh because I don't stop talking and I have like so much energy and I go crazy. That's Alexa. But
Hmm.
the summer we met, it was like we've been friends for so long and we just met that summer and I just love you so much and I'm so thankful that you're here.
I'm so happy to be here. When we met, it was what, 2022?
Don't say that
2022.
4 years
And we
ago.
immediately clicked.
You were a
Immediately.
baby.
I know. I know.
We were babies. I mean, you're still a baby. The thing is, when I started working at Center Stage, like it's a musical theater, we talked about it with Caitlin because she was my second
Mhm.
guest, and I met her through Center Stage as well. It's a musical theater program, and they have a program during the summer. And when I started working there, it was so funny. I used to be the youngest one, which felt great. Well, I guess no, Bianca. Bianca's a year younger than me, but we were both the youngest one of all. So it was great. But then something changed and like some people like left. They had like other projects going on. Bianca and I stayed, and then they started hiring this talented artists and teachers that were so, so, so good, but they were also so young. So instead of hearing like, oh yeah, I'm like 30 something, I'm 35, I'm 34. And then I'm like, oh, I'm 25. And I was like so excited to say that. I started saying I'm 28, 29, and then all the new people, including Alexa, I'm 22.
Mhm. I was
What?
22. Yeah.
You were 22?
I was
Oh, it's
22.
crazy. I said that. But yeah, I remember like 22 and Grace like, "Oh yeah, I just graduated from college." I'm like,
Mhm.
I am traumatized. You guys were all so young. But I think because we love a lot of the same things. Like
Mhm.
I still have that video of us dancing through to High School Musical in one of the rooms.
Always the best movie ever.
Best movie ever, thank you. That's why I love Alexa so freaking much. But yeah, I we met, I can't believe that was 2022. That was 4 years
Mhm.
ago. That
Isn't
is
that
insane.
crazy?
That is insane. And you only worked there for one summer, and it feels like you work there every single summer. I mean, you're still there because you're always helping us, but
Mhm.
it feels like it was like a summer or maybe 2 summers ago. I can't believe it was four.
I know. I miss it every day. Well, I still like I help out with the videos and the
I
pictures
mean, you
and I
still
like
do
to go
a
to
lot.
performances when I can. Yeah.
I know,
But
she's the
I'm not there
best.
full time anymore
I
because I have a
I
job.
one of my
Summer.
well, you have a job, you're back to school, like you're doing
Mhm.
10 million things. She reads like 200 books every week. I don't know how she does that. That's actually insane. But one of my favorite memories, I always like to start the podcast, and we already started doing that, but like talking about how we met and when we met.
Mhm.
And one of my favorite memories I have, and I think you know what I'm gonna say, right? From summer.
No, I
You
don't.
remember?
I'm
No, you
scared.
don't. I still tell the same story.
I do know it. The book?
Every single time somebody grabs that book after you left, like after like that first year, I was like, people don't really like her. Like it's not the same. There's this book about, was it a pigeon? It's a pigeon.
It was the
Or the
piggy
pig?
and elephant book. I don't know what they're called.
It just that every single time I see that book, people just read it like a normal. I'm not saying that you're not normal, but it was just so funny the way The way you did it, instead of being like, oh,
It was like I can fly. No, you cannot fly, actually.
it was so funny the way you read it because yeah, normal people are just like, yeah, I want to fly. No, you can't fly. And then they try to like say it in a very cute because actually Alexa and I were in the youngest
Yeah, with the
group of kids.
two-year-old.
Yeah, we were
Hmm.
with the little ones, so like very, very little ones. So instead of her trying to explain the book like in a very cute way, like, oh yeah, so he can fly. No, yes, you can fly, or something like that. That's how people would read it. And now since Alexa read it, every time somebody tries to read it like in a cute way to kids, I'm like, that is not the way you read
It's
it.
not the same. It's
Like,
not the
I
way.
don't even think you did it on purpose. Like you were just reading the book, what you were feeling that day, and it
Yeah.
was just the pauses you were making. You're like, he wants to fly. Pause. He can't fly. Next page. He really wanted to fly. But it was so funny. And then
Yeah.
I remember I was obsessed with, I still am. People that know me know that I still do this. The filter on Instagram with the big eyes that I always
Hmm.
use on my stories. I was obsessed with it. And people knew if I was recording something, I was doing that. So she knew, you knew I was doing that to you.
Yep.
So you were reading the book with huge eyes on my stories, and all of a sudden, what is she doing? And I'm like, I am obsessed with her. And you just like kept doing it. I think that was like in the beginning of the summer. And
Yeah.
because we were all like laughing so much. I mean, the kids were clueless. Like they didn't know what was happening.
They
But
had no idea. They were just like, oh, someone's reading us a book. This is amazing.
know that these were like from now on, you're the only one that's gonna read books in this room. Like you have to. And there was another. I actually think 2022 was one of my favorite summers because so many things happened that year. Like
Mm.
like one like, of those 8 weeks. I remember, and I think it was yours. You had a smoothie with.
No, it was
Oh no, no, Italy.
I
No,
don't remember her
no.
name. She was only
She
there for
was
like
from Italy
2 days, actually.
because she got COVID. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I felt so
Yeah. And
bad.
she had a smoothie and left it down. And all of a sudden, I look over and a 2-year-old is drinking a smoothie. And I'm like, absolutely not. No, that's not yours.
She said, "Do you remember?" And we like she was super nice. I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
She was there, like you said, for 2 days. She was super
Yeah.
nice, but she was so stressed, and I don't
Mhm.
think it was coming from, "Oh no, she's drinking a smoothie." It came more from, "Oh no, she's drinking my smoothie." Like she was so
Yeah.
mad about her smoothie. And remember, she said, "Merece," or merda. Like she said it in Italian. She said like a bad word in Italian, and we were all like, "Oh my God, this room is chaos." I
It was,
loved it. I usually don't like to be put with the little ones. I don't have the patience to do that. But that year, it was so fun.
so good. And
It
I
just,
mean, me, you, and Bianca, we would stay so late every single day,
yeah.
working on the stats, cleaning up the classrooms.
Oh my
And I feel
gosh.
like that's when the three of us like really became good
Yeah.
friends because
Yeah.
that's when we could like talk freely, no kids around. And we're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we have so much in common."
Yeah, no, I still have, I don't think I have the whole thing. I have the picture and you're in it. And Sophie, we took Polaroids that year, like a lot of
Mhm.
pictures, and we have all the teachers. It's so cute. We had so much fun that year, and you're just amazing. And I just love that after 4 years, we're still
Yeah.
friends.
I know,
Um,
me too.
but this episode, as people know, like every episode kind of focus. I say focus on one thing. That's a lie. This is the sixth episode, and every single time I'm like, oh, we're gonna talk about Wicked. We're gonna talk about Harry Potter. Like the last one was in Spanish, and my friend was on a Netflix show actually.
No.
And we were talking about his show, and then we started talking about our families and how his sister was a boxer. That was never part of the plan. We just started talking about, I just talk so much. And I think that's why I ask friends that match my vibe because
Mhm.
yeah, I just want this to be super chill and fun, and I know that's who you are. But the goal in this episode is to talk about smut.
Yeah?
I love the bus.
Smut.
I was yeah, yeah, you go, you go. You can interrupt me. I talk a lot. You please feel free to interrupt me and be
No,
like,
I
okay,
talk
now.
so much. I can't even imagine the tangents that like we are about to go on between the two of us. I feel like our brains are in like a million different places.
I love it.
But we both love books and we both love smut.
I love smut. I love that now I can say it like this. Yesterday, I think, yeah, Alexa and I were sending voice notes, and I always feel bad because I again talk so much, and I was sending her like 4 minute voice notes that it could easily be one text. Like, we're gonna talk about this and this. Do you have any like do you want to talk about something else? No. So I'm at the laundry, I'm doing this, like I'm telling her my whole life. Instead of just like, hey, so about tomorrow. But it was so funny because I was at the laundry. And one of the things I want to talk about, like the smart part, is that it's okay to like it. And
Yeah.
I love that I'm saying this here because yesterday I'm like sending her voice notes, and every time I said smut, I'm like whispering.
You
Or
were like, I can't believe I'm whispering this right
I
now.
can't, I said
It's
that.
okay. Don't be ashamed.
It's I hate being ashamed because people I
Yeah.
hate that people there's so many people that hate it. It makes you feel like why you're reading that. That's not good writing. Those are not good books. And I hate that. I mean, it's not novels are not just that. Like it's not
Mm.
like 400 pages of it's just 400 pages of
Yeah.
that. But it's so funny to me that every time I'm reading at my house, like in my house, on my couch, I'm like, oh, great, 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 a normal scene. And then when I'm on the train, and I open my Kindle, I'm like, oh, okay, let's close it a little bit because they're going to a room right now. So like, let's not read that next to people. But I hate that because why would people need to read what I'm reading? If you're next to me, don't read
Yeah.
my Kindle. And if you don't like, I don't know. I have like a whole thing about it. But before we talk about the actual books, just
Yes.
I just wanted to talk about like smut. Like I just love how it sounds. I just want to talk about smut, okay? There's
Go
nothing
ahead,
wrong.
girl.
No, no, no. And I and I want you to know, like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I hate people
Yeah.
saying that's again, I just said that before, but like that's not good writing. Those are not good
Mm.
books. I'm like, why? I think a good book is the book that you open and you can put it down. That's what I consider a good book. Same with TV shows or movies. Oh, it's bad. It's like also it's really hard for me to say something is bad because coming from that industry as a performer and as a writer, do you know how much work it takes to write a book? To
Yeah.
someone to say it's bad writing, I don't like it, it's bad. I'm like, no, there's so much behind it. I'm not saying you can't have an
Whenever
opinion.
someone says something to me about it, I'm like, okay, you write something better then.
Right.
Try. You can't.
It's so much work. It is a gift. And it's just, there's so many genres and writers and everything for every single reader. Like, if you don't
Mhm.
like it, you don't like it, but you don't have to say, oh, that's bad. Oh, you like smut. Like, that's not, like, why?
Yeah.
I don't care. Like it depends. I know you and I talked about one specific book that a part that you love and I didn't like. Because to me, when there's like very graphic or specific or detail
Yeah.
scenes, if they move the story like off campus, like if they move the story forward, like that's part of the characters, that's part of their stories. I don't
Mm.
mind. If it's just there just to be there, I'm like, okay. Wow, that's a lot. Wait, what was the book that I just read that I was like, okay, this is a lot because nothing was happening. It was just that. I'm like, hello, people
Yeah.
talk. You need to talk. But if it's just part of the story, there's so many, especially fantasy books, that actually moves the story forward. That's something they connect, like the character, like it just makes sense for the story. Just saying because oh, there's like a very like explicit scene that's just bad writing. I'm like, why? Because you don't like it? That doesn't make any sense.
I think people who say they don't like it have honestly never tried it.
Yep.
And that's fine. People like what they like, no
Yeah.
problem at all. But I personally think, like, especially like you're saying, like it's moving the story along.
Yeah.
You're picking up all these details about the characters, their relationships. Like, I feel like a key part of literally every single book you read, regardless if it's smut or not, is like interpersonal relationships.
Right.
And I also think that, I don't know, I feel really passionate about it, like
Yeah.
smut,
Yeah.
because I think every single book that you read that has like these kind of details, these kinds of scenes, it's all about female empowerment. And
Yeah.
I obviously, like as a woman, so like that is so important to me.
Yeah.
You're always seeing these things about like women actually being
In
treated
charge. Yeah.
right
Yeah.
and by someone who's like obsessed with them, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's not just about like, oh, it's steamy, it's
Yeah.
hot. Like it's
Yeah.
like, oh, women being treated correctly. And I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. I love that. No, that you're so right. And just so it's funny to me because also think it's a just hypocrite because some people love horror books, right? Like Stephen, I
Mhm.
love Stephen King. I read a lot about like different like I don't have a favorite genre. Like I can read fantasy, I can read just like a really cute romantic novel. I can read like a biography. I read Stephen King and it's like super creepy. But I don't hear people saying, "Oh, that's so graphic," the way they're talking about like how they kill someone or whatever. But you
Yeah.
always hear someone criticizing like, oh yeah, they're like describing all the like the sexual blah blah blah. That's too much. Right?
Mhm.
Like reading about like a serial killer. Like it's not explicit enough. Like it just I just hate that. I don't know. Like I just think people are like what you said, or they haven't tried it, or they just kind of want to follow uh what's like it right now. Like I feel people just like to hate right now. That's
Mhm.
just what's new. And because of
Yeah,
social media, like you need to hate it because people hate it. Like, why would I like this? No, people hate it. We should hate it. And there's no truth behind it. Like, what? But why do you hate it? It's just too explicit.
exactly. They're like
What
following a
is? It's
fad.
that's what you do if you have a partner. Like, even if you're single and you're like trying out, like that's what you do. There's nothing.
Mhm.
It's explicit, like life. It's actually creepier if you're reading a serial killer book and you think that's okay, and you don't say anything about that. I'm like, I hate it, and I also hate when some and I like authors and they're talking about other authors and they're like that's not good writing and I don't want to say the name because I actually love this author but he said something about I think it was the Hunger Games which is crazy because that's not even smart
An
but
amazing book.
he was like that's not good writing and I'm like what just because you don't like it or because you're like more famous or what like that doesn't give you the right to like I don't know as long as what you're saying like women empowerment like empowerment if the story moves along and you're actually sending a good message about it like why why is it wrong like I actually don't get it something that I hate and that's not I think it's with smut specifically but with other books as well I had someone that I know recommend not even recommend she recommended me a book I read it. I actually didn't love it. I liked it, but I wasn't obsessed with it. Red Queen. I don't know if you've read it.
No, no
Red
offense.
Queen. I read it. It was fun. It was good, but I wasn't like every time I got
Impressed.
tired. Yeah, every time I got tired, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it down. Like I need a break. It's fine. Then other books, I'm like, I can't put it down.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna be okay if I don't know what's happening next.
No, I know.
And this person, I remember I stopped reading Red Queen and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna read Fourth Wing. Because it's
Yes.
everywhere. I didn't even it's not that someone told me, oh, you should read Fourth Wing. It was on my social media everywhere. Everyone was talking about it. And I'm like, I'm just gonna like give it a chance. And then I remember I read the first chapter and I can put this down. I
Mhm.
actually can. And this person who had recommended me Red Queen was I don't know if she was offended or not. Like the way she was like, that's just Fourth Wing is like McDonald's. And I'm like, what? Yeah,
No.
I hate that. I heard that many times. Not even about Fourth Wing. The term of that's McDonald's, like that's fast food. Like it's not good for you, but you just like eat it either way. I'm like, I remember I didn't say anything, which is my problem. I'm always like, oh yeah, okay. But I remember feeling so offended because
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Why is it McDonald's? It's such a great book. Yes, there is like smut and everything, but it's such a good fantasy.
Okay, but also in
There's
Fourth Wing,
dragons. Like
there's dragons, and the plot is insane.
it's so
The
good.
plot is insane, and I'm not gonna say there's no smut in it because
There is.
obviously there is,
But even in the third
but
book, there's
like
not.
it doesn't start until like you're
Later on.
three quarters through the book, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden like I'm obsessed with dragons. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Like I got my mom to read Fourth Wing, and she was like, I
That's
am
iconic.
obsessed with this book. She
Yeah.
loved it.
I'm
She loved
so
it.
obsessed. I
Hmm.
love, and that's one of the books that I wanted to talk about, so we could just go into it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it just started like that. I started reading it, and yeah, this person told me, yeah, that's McDonald's, and I was so angry because I'm like, Rebecca, who's the author, like she worked so hard for this book. And like there's always gonna be haters. Like not everyone loves every single book, and that's okay.
But
Uh
don't yuck someone else's yum. That's crazy.
no, no, and it's actually so good. Like the story, I still think, and I've read many like fantasy books lately, and I still think it has the best or one of the best like cliffhangers, like the book series in general.
Yeah.
Because in every, you know what, spoilers ahead, because something that people tell me about this podcast, Christina, you never say spoiler, you just like say it. I don't know.
Spoilers ahead.
In every single episode of Pearly, I've talked about something, Stranger Things or Wicked. I'm like, people, you haven't seen Stranger Things at this point or Wicked. Like, that's not my fault. But yeah, a lot of like, you don't say spoilers. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, okay? But spoiler, I remember reading the first one, and the first one, when you tell the story to someone, it's so obvious to me when you say it out loud. Oh yeah, the
Mhm.
brother is gonna be alive. But when I was reading it, it didn't even cross
No,
my mind.
it didn't cross my mind once.
Because
Once.
they talked about him maybe like three times. Like they
Mhm.
talked about him, but like it wasn't like I miss my brother, I need my brother, I miss my brother, and you're like, is he alive? Because they said it so much. The focus was somewhere else. So when the brother appears, I remember like, and I got into the fourth wing, like actually later on. Like I didn't know anything about fourth wing. So when I read it, the first two were already out, and the third one was about to come out. So I was lucky. I didn't have to wait. So I remember it was in it was Kindle, so it wasn't a physical copy. I remember like, what? He's alive? Next. And
I
I'm like, oh my
know.
God, it ended. Do you want to, which is the danger with Kindle. Do you want to buy the next book? I'm like, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Yes, buy
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Read it. And I know some people don't like the second one because they think it's just there's nothing happening. I love Iron Flame so much.
I loved the second one. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't love the third one,
Yeah, I know a lot of people
but
didn't love
I
it.
have a lot of like, I have a lot of reasons why I could get into
Yeah,
why I don't like it, which is like spoilers also. But I think that the third one, they really dumbed down Violet, and that
yeah.
made me really upset because in
Mhm.
the first two books, she was so independent and
Yeah.
so strong. And that's another thing with all of these books. They all have such
They're
strong
so
female
strong. I
leads.
love
And I'm
it.
like, oh my God,
It's
I want to be
inspiring.
you. It's
Right.
inspiring. It's
Yeah.
inspiring. And I know they're like fantasy worlds and it's fake, but
Yeah.
also it's like there's so many lessons that you can like take into your own
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, when the third one they like dumbed her down and I didn't enjoy that because I'm like, she's supposed to be so smart. What are you doing
Yeah.
now? Like, what is this teaching me? But
Right.
the first two, I was
I
like,
was so
that's a
sad the
flop.
whole book because I'm like,
I know, it
I
was so
want him to
sad.
be okay,
I
okay.
know. That
No,
book
but
was
no, you're right.
stressful.
I know a lot of people that didn't love the third book. I don't know. I guess I'm a sucker for Fourth Wing. Like I was like, I love it. It's perfect. Like I was just so excited. But no, you're right. She like they did change her like quite a bit in the third book, and I'm guessing she's just coming like stronger in the next one
Well,
because of everything that happened.
I think it's because they were wiping her memory.
Right?
That's why I think she was like not understanding as much and like not being as smart. I think they were wiping her memory. Why? I don't know. We're gonna find out. But
I'm
that
so
is my opinion.
excited. I'm just stressed because Rebecca put, I don't know if you saw it, posted on her social media that she just
I
started
didn't see
work
it.
on the next book.
Oh
And
my
I'm like,
God.
oh my God. But I mean, she writes quite fast. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll have it soon. But yeah, like the ending of each book, like the brother, I didn't see it coming. And then I think the second one is my favorite for
Mhm.
sure. Like the ending. The whole fact that he becomes something they hate so much just to save
Yeah.
her. Love
Yeah.
it. We love
We
that.
love love. We
We
love
love
love.
love. We love sacrifices.
We
Oh,
love
the
sacrifices.
sacrifices. But
Crying.
I remember, I think something that I love about Fourth Wing, it's so cinematic. Like it's a book, but I was watching the whole movie in my head. I don't know if it's the fact about like the dragons or the way she writes. Like I could see every single scene. Even before, I think I didn't know they were gonna do a TV show, but when I was reading the second one, the ending when he's like just like standing there, giving her like the back, and she's trying to talk to him like, we did it, we
Mhm.
won. And I'm like, oh no, there's something wrong. He's not looking at her. And then it ends, I think, with his eyes red. And I
Yeah.
think that's when the book ends. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I had to wait, lucky me, a month, just a month for the next book. And then the next book, it felt like a little bit slower than the other two, like the pace of the whole book. But I did love the ending. I'm like, what
Yeah.
do you mean? They erased her memory. Like it
Yeah.
sounds so telenovela, like soap opera, which I kind of love. It's like so dramatic that they erase her memory. But I'm so excited, and I'm so excited they're gonna do a TV show,
I'm
and
so excited.
it's Michael B. Jordan,
Love him.
like producing.
I love him so much. I am
I,
his number one fan,
I
honestly. He can
there's
do
a
no wrong in my eyes, and that's how I
um,
know this TV show is going to be so
it's
good.
gonna be so good, and I'm excited. People are saying, I don't know if this is true or not, that he might play one of the teachers. And I'm like, what? Like he's
Like,
might be
fingers
involved in the
crossed.
casting. And I'm like, please. I
Fingers
want to
crossed.
audition for it. I don't care. I'm too
Should.
old.
I'll join you.
Not Violet
I'll
though.
audition for it too.
Let's all audition. I read, like, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if you saw it. I mean, it's not on my Instagram anymore because I think when I read it, my algorithm was all fourth wing. Like all
Okay.
these crazy accounts that I didn't even follow. I'm like, okay, this is everywhere. And the rumor, and if you've seen it, the girl that might play, a lot of people want the youngest of the Bridgertons to play Violet. You like Bridgerton, right?
I do, yeah.
So what's the name of the girl? Oh my gosh.
I have no idea.
Hyacinth. You know Hyacinth, like the
Yes,
youngest
yeah.
one. So a lot of people want her to play Violet, and there's like a huge rumor about it. I don't know if that's true or not. But the biggest rumor to play Violet is, which I think it's a kind of full circle, because I think this whole fantasy, I mean, maybe people are like, oh, that's because you're like just 30, like you don't know when, like in the 80s, the books. I don't know. I'm just talking about my experience. I feel like fantasy in romance kind of started with Twilight. I feel like people actually went crazy and obsessed with those kinds of stories because of Twilight. So I do feel it's kind of full circle that one of the biggest fantasy um stories right now that are happening is Fourth Wing, and they're saying that the girl, I think Mackenzie is her name, that played Renesmee,
Renesmee, yeah, I saw
might
her.
play Violet, and I'm like, I approve. I love that. It's like full circle. And then there's this huge rumor about what's his name? Not Josh. Josh
I don't
Houston.
know.
He
Guy
played.
who was in Heartbreak High. I don't know if you've seen Heartbreak High
Oh,
on Netflix. Everyone go watch it. Such a good show. But
he's
yeah,
in it.
he was in it.
Oh, now I'm gonna watch it because I wanted
Yeah.
to watch the TV show, like Dune's TV show, just to see him and see if I liked him. Because physically, like just with his, like I follow him on Instagram, on social media, and just looking at his pictures, I'm like, oh, he could be great. I know a lot of people are
Mhm.
like, he's not big enough, and I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
He's great. And the fact that they're not looking for like a what like a tall white guy, like it should be someone that looks like him, which I
I completely agree with you.
like. Please don't whitewash like that
No.
casting. Him. Violet is fine, but like not him, like him specifically. And but I trust that it's Michael B. Jordan's company behind it. So I'm like, no, they're not gonna do us wrong. But yeah, I love that we love Fourth Wing. I don't know. It's a Zoom thing, but if you look at my wait, actually, people are not gonna see it, but you're gonna see it.
I want
My no, you can't. Oh my God, no, you can't. It's too. Sorry,
to
I thought that this was gonna work.
describe it to me. Describe it to
I
me.
was trying to show Alexa the stickers on my computer, but I have so many little dragons, and then I have probably thinking about Zayden Rierson. I don't even know how to pronounce his
Orson? I don't
name.
know.
I don't know.
This is
That
like those. Have you seen the jokes that are like me reading fantasy stories and it's like, oh, I went with blah 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 because like you literally don't know how to
I
pronounce it and you
can't.
don't know what they're talking about and you just have to like keep reading and
It's so
eventually you'll
hard,
figure it
and
out.
English is not my first language, so it's just even worse. It's like another language for me. I
Mhm.
I actually watched this meme today. It was so funny on Instagram. It said, fantasy authors being like Sophia, like that's the name of their character, Sofia, and they're like,
Mhm.
no, it doesn't look right, and they're adding like H at the end instead of an I, a Y. It still
Yeah.
says Sophia, but it like the way they wrote it. I loved the debate about what's his name? Riss and Risen or
Reese?
Ryson or
Reese.
You say Reese?
I say Reese.
I
Rysand, Reese, Resand. I say
Reese
Reese.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I love that when a friend of mine started talking about it, I'm like, wait, I don't actually know because I read it on Kindle. Like I not read on Kindle, like I read it like silently, like in my head. I'm reading. I never said it out loud. So when people ask me, I'm like, wait, actually, I don't know. I've never thought about it. Like I didn't think people would be debating about how to pronounce it. And then every single person that I know, I have a friend that says Ryson. And I'm like,
Mhm.
Ryson? That sounds like a different character. Like there's so many like ways to say it. I don't know. I think Fourth Wing was actually not that hard. I'm trying to think. There's
No,
not that many crazy names. Well, the
no.
last names. Soren, yeah.
The like
I love
not
Soren.
crazy like people names, but like the names of like
The
the
dragons.
school, the dragons, the countries they're visiting,
Oh,
that was like
I
confusing.
com I completely forgot about all the
Yeah.
countries' names at this point in
But
that
we
book.
should talk about you read Akatar, Court of Thorns.
Yes. I was getting like,
Yeah,
let's
because
do it because we're taking a risk.
that's where Rhysand is from.
Yes, we will.
And that I feel like for a lot of people is the original smut book. Like that's how they started. That's what they started with. And then, I mean, that's what I started with. And then
Yeah,
I got Fourth Wing. I love A Court of Thorns and Roses
yeah.
so much. I think that entire series is so good. And it like introduced me to this whole new genre that again, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm into it. Started
Right.
reading it. I'm like, this is insane. It's so good.
Yeah. It's so
And
sad that they're not adapting it to a TV show or film.
I know, but
Hard.
sometimes I get nervous depending on like which company
Yeah.
gets
It
the
was Hulu.
rights. Like, yeah, Hulu, I don't know. I'm pretty sure, like, I know when I think about like the TV shows that each company
Yeah,
makes, like
producers. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hulu wouldn't make a good adaptation. I think like HBO Max would make a really good adaptation.
Right. You need a lot of money for Avatar.
Yeah, you need a lot, but it is so good. That one is,
Is it your favorite out of like all these
oh,
fantasy?
no,
Oh, okay.
not even like close. I mean, you have seen my Goodreads. I've read
Yeah.
so many. That's just what I started with. So I have like a very special place in my
It,
heart for Akatar. Um, Also to all you Nesta haters out there, like
I love
I love
Nesta.
Nesta.
That's
Nesta's number
my
one.
favorite book.
That's my favorite book. So good. But my favorite
Yeah.
series, without a doubt, smut, any kind of book, whatever, Throne of Glass. Nothing
It's
compares.
it's so much better. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry. I know people are obsessed with Avatar. It's so much
so much
better than
better. So much
Avatar.
better. I mean, there are what, seven, eight books
I
in
lost
entire
count. Don't
series.
even ask me what happens in each book, but in my head, it's like one big story. Like I actually don't know what happens in each one of them because I was so
I mean,
not
I could tell
confused.
you because I have read the series three times
You can
now.
read a book more than one. I actually can do that.
I
That's
can.
hard for me because I know how it's gonna end, so I can do it. I can
Only
watch a
this
movie many, many
series
times.
because there's actually nothing like it to me. People can say it's smut, they can say whatever they want.
But
I want
it's
to make it
really
film.
not.
It's
Like
not. It only happens like what, fifth book onward,
I was
very
gonna say,
occasionally because they're trying to save the world.
I think out of all the fantasy books are there like new fantasy books.
Mhm.
Throne of Glass is one of the ones that has less fun.
It is. It's number
Because
one.
way later on the whole book series. Like you
Number
don't
one. Imagine reading an entire series obviously not knowing how it's going to end, but
right.
then understanding that one girl, Aelin,
Love her.
number one character ever
Yeah.
written, genuinely,
I love her.
saves the her entire universe based off of literal small acts of kindness
I
to
love her.
other people along her entire lifeline.
The
And that is
plot
how she saves
twist
the world.
of what was her name? It was so long ago. The name of
Selena,
no, no. Um, I sorry not to say any plot twist. No, no, no. Oh my gosh, the not the last book, the one before that. It's only about these two characters. Oh my gosh, I forgot their name.
um,
Kale.
so he's another name too. When I was reading this, I was calling him Chol or something. And then everyone's like, it's kale. And I'm
No,
like, why
wait,
is his
that's
name
not
spelled with
hot
a
at all.
CH? I was
There
like reading
comes,
it like Chol. And I'm like, this is a very weird name. But like,
that's
okay.
not, wait, Alexa, that's not hot at all.
No,
There's
it's not hot.
Joel.
Yeah. Chol. And I'm like, okay.
Joel kisses me. Wait, I don't love that. Wait, is it kale?
It's kale. Kale. Yeah.
Kale, like the vegetable. I love that. That's also not hot. But wait, there's like a one of the books, it's basically him and the other girl. Oh my God,
Nesrin.
Nesrin. Oh my God. Your memory is kind of crazy. Oh,
I
you read
I
it many times.
remember weird things. Also, I love this series so
I
much.
love that I didn't know that you loved it so much, but I agree with you. I think Throne of Glass might be the best one or one of the best ones out there
Yeah.
because going back to Akotar, like talking about those two because it's the same author, Sarah J. Maas. So a lot of people were saying so what Akotar means to you kind of is with From Blood and Ash with me.
Yeah.
I because Twilight is not smut. Like I said, like fantasy romantic, but like smut, it's From Blood and Ash is like okay. I read it because one of my best friends, she told me you're gonna love this. And I'm like, I don't I get the same thing. I don't know if this is my thing,
Mhm.
just try. And I'm like, okay. And I was obsessed with it. I loved From Blood and Ash so much to the point to have it on my vision board. Like I had a picture of what's his name? Nicholas Gillespie. I wanted him to play the lead. And I had a picture of me when I had my red hair because the girl from Blood and Ash has red hair. And I'm like, I want to be her. Like I was obsessed with it and I loved it. So a lot of my friends were like, if you loved From Blood and Ash, you're gonna love Akatar because the authors are actually good friends. Like it's kind of like the same fantasy, romantic. It has like small. I'm like, sure, I'm gonna read Akatar. So I think because the expectations were so high that when I started reading Akatar, I'm like, this is Beauty and the Beast. I was so confused. I'm like, this is basically
Well,
Beauty
the
and the Beast.
first one is, yeah.
Beauty and the Beast. And I'm like, okay. Also, I knew because all of these things on Instagram, I knew she ended with Riz
Hmm.
and Reese, I don't know, our
Doesn't
guy,
matter.
our guy.
Semantics.
So when I started reading the book about this guy named Tamlin, I was very confused. I'm like, wait, you're not. So I think that was part of the problem because I knew the spoiler. I wasn't able to enjoy that much because I never felt connected with her love story because I was waiting for the guy to appear. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, okay, this is not it. I also, don't kill me, I never connected with her, with the
Okay.
main girl. What's
Yeah.
her name?
Uh,
Um,
no, no. All I'm thinking about right now is Aelin, honestly.
I forgot it.
I have to look it up. Yes.
Farah.
Yeah.
I was every time I read like it's not even the author, like it's just the personality of the character. I never felt anything for her. Like I didn't feel sad for her. Like it was so weird. And
Well,
then
again,
of course,
first book, she was like
I thought that she
portrayed
was
to be this like helpless
right, but she was complaining all the time. She was
thing.
angry all the time.
Yeah.
And I was so tired, which I think that's why I love Throne of Glass so much. She was a freaking assassin and she was eating chocolate on her bed.
Mm,
Like it was so
okay.
cute that the way that she loved to eat, like it was so funny to me and it was so real. So when I read Fair, I was like, I don't connect with her. And coming from Blood and Ash, the main character, she was so powerful, so funny, so strong. This one I was like, oh, I'm so tired. Like I can't. And then I remember reading the whole book series. Super weird. I love the third book with the war and the dad. Spoiler, the
Yeah.
dad dying. I love that one. And then there's like a transition book that I'm like, oh, this is really short. This is just transition. And then I go to the Nesta book and I'm like, oh, stupid Nesta. We hate Nesta. And then I start reading the book. I'm like, I love them. They're
Yeah.
my favorite. I also think that's the most graphic one.
It
The one that
is.
has the I was like, oh, okay. Wow, that is okay. Love it. But I did
But it moves the plot
it moved the
along.
plot because it also makes sense with her. Like even more
Yeah.
than him. Like it makes sense. She didn't want any type of connection with anyone. That was just like her way to do things. Like she didn't want to feel anything. So when she felt something, it was like so beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, she's like opening up. She's like realizing all the things that she has done and said. I don't know. I love that book. At that point, I think in the fifth book, I already really like the series, but I still said I don't understand the hype. Like I get it's famous and they have a lot of readers. I respect that. It's a good book. They're
Yeah.
really good books. I just don't understand how people are like so obsessed with it. So then another person said, I think you're gonna love Throne of Glass. And I'm like, really? It's the same author. It's like 7 books, 6 books. I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot of books. And they're like huge. Like the books
Yeah.
are big.
Well,
And
so I don't know if you feel this way too. You also read on your Kindle. I
yeah,
read on my Kindle, so I'm just like swiping through pages, whatever.
right.
There are times that like I pass bookstores or like whenever I'm in
Like,
the airport, obviously the airports, they always have like
yeah,
the most popular books. And
yeah.
then I walk past them and I see how big these books are. And I was like, I can't believe I read that book in 2 days.
I know. That's what I love about Kindle. I was very against getting one because
Yeah.
I love physical books. I know it sounds so cliche. I love how they smell. I love how they feel. But because we're usually, and you're the same way, like we have our computers, we have like stuff in our bags, like adding a giant book to our bags, it's like a
Yeah.
lot. So Jose, my husband, he was like, "You should get a Kindle. Like, I'm gonna get you a Kindle." I'm like, "Do not get me a Kindle. I don't want Kindle. I want my physical book. I want to build my bookshelf. Like, I want to add more stuff to my library." And he was like, "It's just gonna be better for you. You can read more." And
Yeah.
really, and a lot of people say you read faster on a Kindle because it's something about your like mind. Like, you don't see how many pages you have left, so you're actually enjoying like the story. You're not
Mhm.
thinking about, oh my gosh, I'm still halfway through, like I still have half of the book. You're just part of and then when it ends, you're like, what do you mean it finished? Like what is this? So you read really fast. And I remember he gave it to me for my birthday, and I was like, thank you. Okay, I didn't want a Kindle, but sure. And then I think it was when I was reading Bridgerton, and I read one, I think it was the third book. I read it like in one day. I couldn't stop reading.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, I'm actually loving this because it was, and it wasn't like a screen. I thought in my head that it was like like an iPad screen, and it isn't. It kind of feels like a book, which I love. But yeah, no, Throne of Glass books are so huge. And
So good.
when I started reading them, I'm like, oh, is this gonna be the same way I felt about Aquatar? Like it felt like the Hunger Games, the first book. I'm like, okay, there's a game, and they want to be a champion, and I'm like, okay, the Hunger Games, fine. But I liked it more than I liked Akotar even when I started because I was obsessed with her. Like I was laughing every single thing she said or did. I found it to be like so funny and real and relatable. Like she, which is something that I love about what you were saying about female like main characters right now, like what is happening with Fourth Wing and all these books. They're so inspiring because they're so relatable and they make you feel like if they can do it, so can
Yeah.
we? Like
And I
I know
know
they
it's like a fantasy book, and people are like, it's not real, it's not real. I'm like, why does it matter? There are like life lessons
yeah,
and everything, and you can be inspired by anything.
yeah.
I know people who have literally gotten tattoos for Aelin of like a fire heart.
Oh, I love
Like,
that.
she's amazing. I
I know.
think I read Throne of Glass, honestly, like 3 years ago.
Wow.
I've read it the whole series 3 times since then. There honestly has not been a day that I haven't thought about Aelin once.
Wait, I
Because
love
like
that.
ever since I read that, I was like, I'm gonna make myself be a better person. Yes, it's fake. It's about
I love it
fake or
though.
whatever, but it's like I said before, she saved the world and the people that she loves most, literally just through small acts of kindness throughout her entire
Yeah.
life. Can't a regular girl like me do that too? Like, I'm not going to save the world, okay. But
Who
can I make my
knows? You
life
really
and
don't
other
know.
people's lives a little better?
I
Like, it's
love that.
fine.
I love that. That's why I always say happy people, good people, like they are obsessed with stuff. The fact
Yeah.
that you are so obsessed with these books and they make you so happy. You're saying that you can't stop thinking about the character. Like it inspires you so much. I can't believe when people say to me, "Yeah, I don't have any favorite books." Like, "Oh, I don't watch TV. I don't watch movies." I'm like, "What do you like?" Like that's crazy to me because so many times I've gone through stuff and again, I know it sounds so cliche like you said. They're like fake. It's like stories they have saved me so many times. Like
Yeah.
just to go like open a book or my Kindle or whatever, just go into a story and be like, if they can do it, like I can also do it. Like if Violet survived and she was so weak physically and she did all of that and got two dragons, like why am I not able to do this today? Like, and it sounds so stupid, but it's not. Like those
It's
books are
not.
meant to give you power like in your life, and it's
Not
so
only give you power, but
beautiful.
like especially it's so beautiful, but especially with like fantasy, and not
Mhm.
all smut is fantasy. We've talked
Yeah,
about this. Like we've read all different kinds of books.
yeah,
But I feel like our world today is honestly kind of
yeah,
scary.
yep,
And when you get to go and like read about a fantasy world, it's
yeah.
like, okay, it's just a
It's
little break.
escape.
It's just a little escape. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Stimulating your brain.
yeah, no, I agree. And again, like I think the happiest people are the people that have these kinds of
Yeah.
obsessions, obsessions, and like, yeah, no, they find those little escapes and breaks every time they can in like stores, and that's I think so beautiful. So when people say, yeah, again, like a book is bad or like an author is bad, like they're not, because they're actually saving a lot of people mentally.
We're also like me and you, like we're not
Yeah.
haters. You know,
No.
we're not the kind of
Okay.
people to
We're
be
very
like,
like, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no, no.
very enthusiastic about anything.
I know.
Anything someone else likes, even if I don't like it, I'm like, that is so cool for you.
Yeah.
I love that for you. Maybe not
Uh-huh.
for me necessarily, but like,
I
if it
know.
makes you happy, so be it.
I hate because I'm a very obsessive person. I don't know why I want to say shit all the time. Person. But I hate when I really like something and not everyone, but a lot of people are like, yeah, of course you like everything. I'm like, yeah, I actually do. I do get obsessed very easily because
Oh,
I
me
just
too.
love, like you said before, I love love. Like I
Yeah.
actually, if it's so easy to love and it's so easy to like things, why bother like giving that negativity and just hating on things that like why? Like there's no time, like why? And like you said, the world is like in such a bad shape right now. Like you really are just putting more negativity in things that really are not worth it. So I hate when people are like, yeah, yeah, you get obsessed about everything. I'm like, yeah, I do. And it makes me so happy. It
That's
makes me
literally all that
so
matters.
happy to not be like, oh, I need to get home to do this and like, oh, I'm so sad. No, I want to go home because I need to finish this book. Like it's so exciting.
Yeah.
Like I love having that. And I hate that some people don't have it and just like to hate that. But going back to
But
the last, it's so funny to me because I remember reading the whole book series, and I think by book three, I was already obsessed. Like book one, I'm like, okay, I'm liking this. I like her. I think I wanted her with every single guy in the book series because I love every single male character in
you
them.
love Rowan so much.
I love him, and I have a problem because in my head, he is oh my God, I forgot his name. No. The
Well, I
Witcher.
will say he is my number one book boyfriend.
He's so
My number
beautiful.
one book
We've
boyfriend.
never seen him, but our vision of him, I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with him. Oh my gosh, why I can't remember his name? Oh, Henry Cavill. I'm like, I know his name.
Yeah.
In my head, he was, but specifically when he was The Witcher,
The Witcher. I was gonna say that, yeah. With the silver hair and the
when
everything.
he cuts his hair, I was so pissed. I like, you did not cut your hair. You did not cut your hair in the novel. Whatever. But that
We
book
had
series,
opposite reactions. I was like,
you
okay.
love when he cut his
I
hair.
was like, okay.
No, I love it. I also think one of the most epic sex scenes in a
Yes,
book, it's theirs at the beach.
it's an unbelievable scene.
The way she describes it, I was like, oh, but they can like people at other places can hear it. I was like, oh,
It was
wow.
unbelievable. And
Okay.
also, that was like basically one of the only times we really saw them together in the
Yeah.
entire series.
That's I love her less. I think
Sorry, they were like confessing their love to each other. Is that so wrong? Is
I
that
love
so
it.
wrong?
I did love, I'm sorry, this part of me is a little bit toxic. I did love that they didn't get along for so long. And I was like,
Enemies to lovers. Enemies
I
to lovers is
enemies to
forever
lovers.
the number one trope. Forever.
The lovers is always gonna be the best one. And I was so into it. I'm like, they hate each other. They're gonna love each other. Like, I
Mhm.
cannot wait. And I think, oh my God, this was a long time ago, but I think something happens where they are because she's away, right? She's
Yeah.
away, and he's kind of like training her, if I remember correctly, or something.
Yes, he
And something
is.
happens, and he goes back to save her or something like that. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, he's already
Yeah.
in love. And then he shows up, like she leaves, and then he shows up. Is it like in an alley or something? Or
Mhm.
I
And she runs to him.
should I read this again? Now I'm like, oh, should I read it? Because I
I have
actually
full body chills right now.
because I don't remember 100% the whole story. Because if,
Okay, you
again,
have
if you
to.
ask me what happened on book two, I only remember what happened exactly on book one because it was very specific. You
Yeah.
can never like Akatar and the other books, I would say even Fourth Wing and From Blood and Ash, you can kind of tell where the story is going, even for Fourth Wing, that it's not finished yet. With Throne of Glass, I did not see it coming because it was, oh, there's a game champion, she's an assassin, that was it. I never, spoiler, I never thought it was gonna be this whole like magical world. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is huge, which I loved. And I
And then
think
you
that
kind of thought she was going to be with Kale,
I
and
love
you
him.
kind of thought she was going to be with Dorian.
Love
Love
Dorian.
Dorian.
Love,
Love
wait, what's the
Dorian.
name of the witch? I love her.
Um, oh my God.
Marion, not Margot,
The evil
Marion,
one?
but she's not. Then she's not that evil. Like
I was thinking about what was her name? Queen Maeve.
no, 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 that's a
I'm
bitch.
like, she's evil.
Well, she's the one that kidnapped Aelin, right? At the end. No,
No, she was like Aylin's like great aunt or something like that. I don't
didn't
know.
she
And
kidnap her?
she was the one. No, Aylin was sent to her to go train, and she sent her to Rowan, and then
Right. And
she
then
had
the
like
blood oath, and
yeah, she was the one with the blood oaths.
this
That was
is so weird. People that don't know anything about this book, they're like, "What the fuck are they talking about right now?"
yeah.
Wait,
Well, if you don't know what we're talking about,
go
listeners,
read it.
go read it.
It's
You'll
so
be
good. Wait,
impressed.
no. Who kidnapped her? Like now I'm actually confused.
Kidnapped Aylin? I think
Yeah.
am I like missing something here?
They okay, so wait, there's on book, cannot remember that. There's one book. She's kidnapped for months, like torture. Like she's inside a box or something.
I literally can't talk about that. I'm gonna start crying on your podcast, Christina. That was Queen Maeve.
That was her.
That was
That
Queen Maeve. She
bitch.
kidnapped her. She put her in the box, and that's when she was only let out of oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Only let out of the box like once a day. And then what was his name? Like Fenris was there,
Yes.
and they would blink at each other, and
Yes.
she couldn't talk because she had the mask on.
Yes.
And that's when she was like, "Let me out." Oh my God, I
Yeah.
have
And
full
she was
body
traumatized.
chills.
Like she wasn't herself for like a long part
I'm
of this.
traumatized.
And like you're like, she wasn't kidding. I'm like, wait, I do it. I actually remember being traumatized when reading this.
Yeah.
I could not put that book down.
No.
That whole part of the story, I'm like, this is so well done. How can people say Akotar is better than this?
I also couldn't put it down because like each chapter goes between different people. And so I would like stop at the end of a chapter.
Yeah,
Aelin is in a box. Then I'm on a chapter about
I
Dorian.
hate
I
that.
can't stop reading until I know that Aelin is out of that box.
I mean, I hate that as a reader. I'm like, I hate you so much because I can't stop reading. I actually need to know what is happening to her. And then
Yeah.
I now have to read three different points of views that I don't care, but I
Mhm.
can't skip because it's part of the story. That I hated. But as a writer, I admire Sarah so much. It's actually insane because it is so easy to say, oh, this is a chat like this chapter, like it's Aelin, this chapter is Rowan, this chapter is Gale. Like it's so hard to actually make it work. And
Mhm.
I could tell by reading the first two lines which character it was.
Yeah.
She was so clear about each one of them. And it's so hard because it's not like off campus, it's like the guy, the girl, the guy, the girl. There's more like five different characters and not different points of view, in the same location or story. There were like three different things happening. I remember when Dorian was with what's her name? Marion?
Manon.
Marion. Manon.
So I used to call her Manon, and then
Manon.
people are like, her name is Manon. So
Manon. I've been
Manon,
calling
I
her
think
Marion,
it
which
is.
it's that's even the wrong spelling.
I have to like look
No,
up how
Manon.
to
No,
pronounce it.
yeah, I think I did say Manon when I read it, not Manon, but I love that. I love that
Yeah,
character. I
it's
thought
Manon.
Manon, I thought the arc of that character in Dorian was, I love that.
Mhm.
I know people that not hate is a strong word, like we said, dislike the book of Kale and the other girl.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I love that character, Kale, so much. And I was so sad for what he was going through that he couldn't move his legs. I love that journey. I know you don't like it. I can see it in your face.
No one can see my face other than you right now, but like, I don't know. Like, I loved him so much in the beginning, but after he like wronged my girl Aylin, when he was like,
He
he's like,
betrayed
I
her.
love you for exactly who you are. I
But
love you for who
yeah,
you are going to become. I don't care about your past. I don't care about your future. I just love who you are. But I actually hate that you're an assassin and I can't be with you because of that. I'm like, okay, so everything you just said means nothing to me.
I
So
know.
that entire book, like, I was still mad at him. I was
I know.
still,
I was mad, but I also felt so sad because
yeah,
it can be easy. He grew up like, I don't know, they're like 18, 19 years old. I don't even know, like 20. Um, knowing one thing.
yeah,
And because he was a guard, like there was also so much to his duty and what he
yeah.
believed in that I think that's why I liked him. It wasn't like I love you so much. I don't care about anything else. I just like I just thought it was so real and relatable that he was so confused. Like he was
And then also
struggling.
when you
So
learn about his family,
right, like
and it's like I'm understanding this character and I'm understanding their motives and their
it's
decisions.
right. And I know so many people hate him. And I was just like, I just understand when where he's coming from. I
Mhm.
did hate, didn't he betray her? Like her friend,
Yeah.
the whole, I'm gonna say I did not trust that person. I forgot her name. And I know she was good, but the whole time she was alive, spoiler, the whole time she was alive before she was brutally murdered.
This is like book one, so it's fine.
True. I did not trust her. Like I thought this is the plot twist. She's evil. I never liked that character. So when she was,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is so creepy what I'm about to say. When she was brutally murdered, I was like, oh, okay, that's so sad. That's it. Like I did it. I wasn't crying. I'm like, oh, that's sad. I
Yeah.
was sad when I found out that it was basically his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
Respectfully, he's the worst. So,
No, leave him alone. And he
I
falls in
mean,
love.
how could you even compare him to like Rowan
Oh
in
no.
Victoria? Like you
No,
can't.
man. No, and he's also like so funny, Rowan. I love him so much. That's also another story that it's not getting an adaptation. I think it's easier than Aquatar. I think they're both very, what you said, depending on the platform, but they're both very expensive
Mhm.
adaptations. I think Aquatar is harder because you have wings. People have
Yeah.
wings. So you can get away with it in a book because every single person has their vision about the wings and everything. But in a show, there's like a thin line of looking really good and looking, what the hell am I watching right now? It's
Well,
very
you
weird.
know more about like this and like production than I do. I just think that like if you're not going to do it right, don't do
Don't
it at
do it.
all.
Yeah. Like, because Fourth Wing is different. Like, the hard part, I think, or one of the hardest parts, is the dragons. That's CGI. Like, we get that. But that's it. Like, everything else, the school,
That's why I think HBO Max would be
yeah,
so good with that because the dragons in
I
Game of
know.
Thrones are
I know.
unbelievable.
But it's not HBO that it's
I
doing
know,
Fourth
but I'm
Wing. But
saying I think it would be
I
so
know,
good.
but Amazon and MGM are pretty good. I think them
Yeah,
together,
they
I think
are.
it's gonna be good, but I do agree. I think fantasy should be HBO.
Yeah.
And I also think From Blood and Ash is Amazon. I don't think it's with MGM though. I think it's just an Amazon Prime show. But wait, we can talk about this the whole day. The
Forever.
whole day. But I do want to talk really quickly
Yes.
about Off Campus because that's coming out
Woo-woo.
so soon. And we're gonna have a So Bianca makes fun of me because again, I'm not from here, so some words that I pronounce, I don't do it right. And it's really hard for me to say binge watch. So
Binge watch, yeah.
I always say something and she's like, we're gonna bitch watch. And I'm like, you know what? That's gonna be my new way of saying that. We're gonna bitch watch the whole show. Well, I'm excited because Off Campus is coming out and all the episodes are coming out at the same time. Thank God.
That's another smut book, but that is a
That's a
book
lot of smut.
about like college hockey
That's
players.
zero fantasy. That's like real
For
world.
all the heated rivalry fans out there, this is another hockey love story for
I
you.
didn't know. I don't know if you knew this. You probably do because you read so much, but I didn't know hockey was a whole genre of
Yes, because
novel.
hockey is sexy.
I went to my first hockey game a few months ago. Not even because of heated rivalry or rubber. I can't pronounce that. Sorry. But before off campus, I had a list of 10 things that I wanted to do in New York that I haven't done. And one of the things was I really want to go to a hockey game. I was very curious to see it. Actually, not even, I'm being so honest, sport wise. I was like very curious, like I want to see a game.
Yeah.
And then I remember reading off campus and then I said again to them like we should go like I actually now want to see it and I bought tickets. We went to Rangers were so expensive so we couldn't buy that. We bought a ticket for a game, Islanders, like the other New York team. So we
Yeah.
went to see that. It was cheaper. So we went. It was so much fun. But I do remember walking in and they were warming up, I guess, like on the ice. You can't see their faces, like, or bodies or anything. They're like cover up. And I remember like just them warming up. I remember standing there next to my husband. Thank you so much. And then I'm like, yeah, that's hot. Just I don't know where I said, yeah, that's hot. He's like, what? I'm like, I was very curious. Like, I'm here now. I can see why people think this is hot. Like, it is hot. I did love the game.
Boy Aquarium.
It's a boy. I love that. I actually
That's
love
what
it.
it is.
But off campus, I don't know how you heard. How did you hear about the books? Like the book series? Do you remember?
One of my best friends is
Hmm.
also a huge reader, just like me. Like, I don't read very like serious books.
Hmm.
I think life is serious enough. I'm
Yeah.
gonna read like books that are
Make you happy.
entertaining to
Yeah, of
me.
course.
So does she. We love like beach reads, stuff like that.
Yeah.
He also has an amazing Goodreads, and she's like really good at rating things and
Uh-huh.
writing like her
Oh,
her
reviews and
opinions
stuff.
on them.
Oh, I
I'm
love
not
that.
as good at that.
I
I just
just
like
put the
mark.
stories and that's
Yeah,
it.
me too. But she was like, this book is amazing. So then I started reading off campus and I was
Oh, I
like,
love that.
oh my God, this is so good.
But you didn't read the second one, right? You just read the first one.
No, but I'm gonna download it for my plane
You
ride.
should. I found out about these books because, again, I didn't know hockey was a whole genre thing. And this was before the whole craziness with heated rivalry. And I remember I was on social media and I love this actor. I saw him on Broadway before COVID, like a few months before COVID hit and Broadway closed. Antonio Cipriano, I don't know if you've heard, like he's so good.
Oh,
Oh, I'm gonna send you videos of like what
okay,
he
send it
like
to me.
you're gonna be obsessed with him.
What show is he in?
He was in Jack Little Pill
Okay.
and the first time and he's like, well, he's your age. No, oh no, he's probably your age. He's like 3 years younger than me. I saw him and he was so young. He was like 2020, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 in 2020 or 2019. So I saw him and I'm like, who is he? He's so good. His voice is unbelievable. He's so talented. I was obsessed with him. And after that, I kind of like follow his career because I'm like, this guy is gonna be huge. Like he's so good. Um, he did Pretty Little Liars, like the new show. The,
Okay.
I didn't see that, but I remember like, oh, this is so cool. Like he's doing this. But then he posted he was in a show, which I watched, loved it, and it was like a musical show. And then he said like he posted like a hockey thing, and I'm like, what is this? And then I see him with three other guys, like turning around, looking at the camera, and like skating away. I'm like, what is this? And then in my head, I'm like, is this a hockey? Again, way before Heated Rivalry. Like they announced this in May last year. So I'm like, what is this? And then I looked it up because I thought it was a TV show on Prime. No, they were just announcing that that was the cast. Antonio was one of the leads. He was playing Logan. So I'm like, I don't know what this is. Went to the bookstore, got the first book, and realized it's kind of like Bridgerton. Like it's five books. The first four, it's the four guys, like their story, like each one of the guys of the friend group. And then the fifth book called The Legacy, it's basically what happened to all of them and their partners after college. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. I read the first book. I remember I had like a huge to-do list, and I'm like, I'm just gonna read one chapter and then I'm gonna get to it. I cancel. I'm not kidding, Alexa.
Right
I
there. I'm here.
canceled every single thing I was doing that day. Was here where I'm doing the podcast in my little office closet, sitting with my Kindle, not even like comfortable on my bed or couch. Like I couldn't stop reading that book.
So good.
It's
It is
so
such
good
a good
because
book. Also, you're so delusional,
I
callback to
am.
this podcast name, to ever think that you could read like one chapter of the book and then put it down.
It is very Delulu of me. That's
Delulu.
if it's like a really good book, that's impossible. I love that it was like one chapter was Garrett, one chapter was Hannah. Like I just love the whole dynamic of it. But what I love about that book, yeah, it is cute, it's romantic, it's really funny, and it is very and I'm saying this in the best way possible. I do think cliche, it's a good thing. I think cliche is actually not a negative. Uh
No.
it is not. I think it's a formula that works. Like something that's like you know what's gonna work and you do it, and there's nothing wrong with it. I think your job as an author is like if you're doing something that works, just try to give your own spin to it so it's original. Like you have like, which is what I loved about Off Campus. Like it is a love like I give you this and you give me that. Like I'll help you with this and you can make this guy jealous. We love those books. We've read them many, many times before. But
All
in
these tropes, they work.
they
They
work
work.
and
They're
people love them.
entertaining.
But if I'm reading the same book over and over, of course I'm gonna get bored. But if it's a book that has a little twist to it, and
Yeah.
her whole and I actually don't want to say a spoiler about this, but because the show is actually coming out in a month, I really don't want to spoil it. But her backstory, like what happened to her before
Yeah.
getting into college, what happened in her little town, I was so affected. Like
Yeah.
I because you're so used to read a cute love story and then they fall in love and then they're happy. But when then you read what like her trauma and something that happened to her, you're like, oh my God, this is dark. This is not cute and romantic as I thought. And every single book of that book series has a little bit of that. Like Logan's book, I was very excited to read that one because that's Antonio's character. But Logan and Tucker, they're not my favorite books. I really love them and joined them, but they're not my favorite. Dean's book is so funny because
I've heard that one is so good.
that's my
I don't know
favorite.
him. People say that he is their number one book boyfriend. I'm gonna have to report back because I
You
haven't
need to tell me. I think you're gonna love Logan's book and Tucker, but Dean because he's so funny.
read.
And
Okay.
I don't, well, I don't want to say the spoiler, but like who
Don't
he
spoil
ends,
for me.
no, who he ends up with. It's like, oh my God, it's cool. So
Well,
that
I mean, I know who he ends up with. I
okay,
know.
great, 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 great. Because I didn't know. So
Yeah.
I thought it was a new girl every single book, kind of like getting to know new characters. But his book has someone, I'm not gonna say, I know you know it, but
Yeah.
for other people, someone that we already know from book one and two. So I was surprised when I read that. I'm like, wait, are we talking about the same girl here? And then I'm like, oh my God. I was
Yeah.
so into it. Love them so much. But I'm very, very excited about the TV show. Did you see the trailer? Like the teaser trailer?
Oh, I have to watch it.
It's very short. It's just Garrett on the shower. Thank you so much.
Okay.
They change Hannah, I think because she needs a lot of money. She has like different jobs. So they changed something from the books. Like she works at the college as well and she's cleaning up. I don't mind. It actually makes sense. She's like cleaning up something in the like the bathrooms or whatever. And she sees him and he's like, are you looking for someone? And I'm like, ah, obsessed. And they did change the guy, what's his name? Well, Josh, I think, just like the actor, the one that Hannah really likes and Garrett
Okay.
is helping her with, he's not a football player in the TV show, like in the books. He's
Yeah.
actually a musician. And the
Okay.
showrunner said it just makes more sense that she's interested in someone that she has more things in common. So Garrett feels a little bit more threatened, like, oh, she's gonna end up with him, not me. And I'm like, oh, wait, I love that. But
I'm
I'm
so
very excited.
excited.
You need to tell me when you read them.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, this is so long. I can talk about this with you all
Forever.
I love that I do like a little list of kind of like, oh, I don't want to forget anything. And I said, oh, finish talking about books by 4:50. It's 5:20.
Mhm.
I don't care. This is a fun
Fine.
project. It's just for people that want to hear us like talk about books. I don't care. But I wanted to ask you, do you have any recommendations for me that I haven't, some of the books that you've read, maybe one or two that you want to,
Absolutely.
I love
Well,
it. I
I
have two.
just read, I told you about this when we were chatting a little bit about books
Yeah.
before the podcast.
Yeah.
I just read the Windy City series
Ooh.
by Liz Tomford.
Uh-huh.
It's about like people, obviously,
Uh-huh.
in Chicago. And the first book, oh my God, I don't remember like what sport he was in. It's like
Is it
guys
fantasy or no fantasy?
no, it's
Oh,
not. It's
love it,
like
love it.
guys in professional sports. So it
Uh-huh.
starts with like this one guy who plays hockey, love
Uh-huh.
hockey. And then he meets this girl, obviously. You read their story. But
Uh-huh.
then throughout the story, you're like meeting his family, meeting his friends, and you like start liking his family and his friends as well. And then the second book is about like one of his friends who's a professional baseball player. And like, and
Ooh.
so each story is like connected. And by
Uh-huh.
the end of the story, it's like every single person since book
Oh,
one is
I
in
love
it.
that. How
And
many
it's so
books?
good.
How many?
Four?
Okay.
Four?
Okay, that's
And I
good.
mean, I think I read it in 4 days
Oh,
because I'm a
how do you
crazy,
do that? You're so busy. What do
I'm
you
a
have to
crazy reader.
I love that.
And I think my other book
Hmm.
that I would have to recommend, what am I gonna say? Oh my God. It's a beautiful story called Broken Country
Okay.
by Claire Leslie Hall.
Okay.
Um,
That name sounds so familiar.
Not super smutty, but it is a beautiful, beautiful love story.
Oh, I
It
love
was
love.
on like Reese Witherspoon's book club thing.
Oh, maybe that's why it sounds familiar. That the name of the author is so
Yeah.
familiar to me.
Um, Amazing, amazing book. So those are my recommendations for
Oh,
you
I'm
because
gonna read
one
that.
of my recommendations is like technically four books. So
Okay, I love that. No, wait, I'm gonna add them to my TBR on my Goodreads.
amazing.
I have two actually
Tell
that
me.
I was checking if you had them and you don't. The first one, maybe you've heard from it. It was his first book. The author is Alex. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I actually looked it up. It's so hard for me. Mike Leeds, I think, by Leeds or something like that.
Okay.
He wrote The Silent Patient. Have you heard of that book?
Love,
You read it?
love. Yes.
No, I didn't see it in
Love
your
The Silent
Goodreads.
Patient.
Oh, maybe
Silent Patient, I actually was a huge reader growing up, like obviously as a
yeah.
kid, and then when I was in high school, when I was in college, I like stopped reading. And then
Oh.
my senior year of college,
Hmm.
I read The Silent Patient,
Oh, you read it
and
already. Okay.
that is actually the book that like got me back into reading.
It was so good. The plot
So
twist on
good.
that book, I remember telling you that I am not doing anything until I finish this because I
Mhm.
need to know it was so good. Okay, well, I'm recommending to whoever is listening to this podcast because Alexa already read it. I actually was trying to find it on your Goodreads and I didn't see it. Maybe I just like skipped it. But I'm like, oh, she hasn't read this. I'm gonna tell her. The other one, it's actually pretty old, not old, but
Okay.
from 2009 or 8 or something. It's called Evernight. Have you
Evernight? Okay.
Evernight by Claudia Gray?
I'm like pulling out my Goodreads right now.
It's yeah, Evernight, Claudia Gray. I think it's like 4 or 5 books. And I think it's a very underrated book
I
series.
see it here. Okay, I
I
just added it
If
to my
I
one.
were you, I would not read the plot, like the synopsis, anything. Just like if you can like go for it and buy the book. I have a like a little story behind this book. I was obsessed with Twilight growing up, of course. And my like books back in Venezuela, they were pretty expensive. So my mom was like, you need to read a little bit slower. Like you can read in 1 week one book. And I'm like, but I love them. And my grandma bought me, I think it was the second one from Twilight, and I read it in one night because Edward Cullen is not in the second one. So I was traumatized. And I'm like, I am not stopping until he comes back, right? And I read them so fast, and I was obsessed with them. And I think my mom really loved the fact that I was reading so much.
Mhm.
So she went to the store and said, "Hey, my daughter is obsessed with Twilight and kind of like those kind of fantasy books. Do you have any recommendations?" So this woman told her in the bookstore, "Oh, you should get Evernight for your daughter." And I read it in Spanish back in, and I had them there. I didn't bring them here. My mom, super sweet, a few years ago bought me the English version, like hardcover. So and she's like, "You remember?" And I'm like, "I love this." It has to me, and I love spoilers, and I tell spoilers all the time. This is a spoiler, and I'm not gonna tell you that I never tell anyone because I remember reading it. Like, there's one thing that, something happens in the end of the book, or you're like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't expect that."
Mhm.
This book, there's something that happens in the middle of the book that you feel so dumb because you're like, "Oh my God, I've been reading a different book." Like, it's
Oh my
to
God.
me one of the best. Maybe if I read it now as a grown up, I'm like, "Oh, it's actually not that crazy." But I remember as a
I'm gonna
teenager,
read it and I'm gonna let you know.
I need you to let me know because I remember, I'm not going to say exactly what, and then we can talk about it, but I remember reading something, right? And then being like, "Wait, what?" And then going back to the top of the page. "Wait, what?
You're
Wait, no."
probably just gonna get a text from me being like, Christina, I'm freaking out. And you're gonna be like, oh, she's reading Evernight. Yeah.
I swear I was so excited and mad. And there's like four books. They've never been adapted. They're so underrated. Nobody talks about these books enough. And I'm like, what? Like, I think because there was not a lot of social media back then, but it was it's also at the same time of like Twilight, the Hunger Games. So there was a lot of big phenomenons happening at the same time. So I think that's why I think this book never like took off properly. I think if they adapt this book, it's gonna be an insane TV show or movie now, like right now. But back then, I was like, why is no one talking about these books? They're so, so
I've
good.
never heard of it. I've never heard of it,
It's
but
so
it's on the list now. I will read
I'm
it
so excited.
after I do off-campus series.
Yes, I love it. I'm so excited. And we are gonna bitch watch off campus together. We
Yes,
are
we
we are
are.
gonna bitch watch. Wait, so the last thing I do of the podcast, sorry, this has been so long. I'm sorry. We're just talking nonstop.
It's okay.
And I
We
actually, wait,
could,
actually,
between the two of us, we could talk forever.
I love it. I actually I have one last thing that we do of the podcast, but one thing that I didn't ask you that I had like question mark because I saw it on your Goodreads. I wrote Cruel Prince question mark because I saw that you read it.
Okay,
It was just hard for me. I'm just gonna we can just talk about this like for 2 minutes.
tell me.
I just I remember reading it and kind of loving it in the beginning, but I never got into it. And this is gonna sound so dumb because of the fact that he has a tail. Like I couldn't focus. Like in my head,
Okay. I'm crying.
I
I'm
couldn't.
crying.
They're not bad books. They're actually really interesting. But I was like, he has a tail. So and then Jose was like, "But you read books with guys with wings." I'm like, "It's not the same.
It's
The tail is
different.
down
It's so
there."
different. It's so different. No, but you know what I think? Like, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
I could talk about the Cruel Prince, sure, whatever. There are like things as a reader that I just like
Forget.
completely remove from my brain.
Yeah.
Like if if I read your traits as a person
Yeah.
in a book and you're not my type, that's gone. That's out of my head. I will create a picture of you that is my type. Like
Fair.
wings, cool. I'm into that. You can have them. But when I was like, oh, he has a tail, out of my brain, suddenly like my
You
eyes were
forgot.
skipping over those words. Because to me, no, he doesn't have a tail.
Well, she didn't say it many, many times, but I do remember at some points when she would say, "Oh, I can feel his like tail like touching my leg." I'm like, "Oh, no, no, no!"
Yeah.
Like I was immediately like out of it. I
Yeah.
couldn't picture anything. But yeah, I wrote it like "Cruel Prince?" question mark because I didn't want to ask you because I've had this
Honestly, like
conversation.
that was definitely like one of my least favorites.
Yeah,
I wasn't super into the plot.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's so me. I mean, I completely
I love that
I
though.
make every
You're like,
person
it doesn't work for me, so whatever.
yeah, so it's gone. Every person like Aylin,
Gone.
she's me. She's me and I'm
I mean,
her.
she is
You
very
know.
you, actually. She has your vibe a
I
hundred
really
percent.
appreciate that. I like really appreciate that more than you know.
Oh, you are. We should get a tattoo. I would. The amount of times I've read a book and I'm like, I should get a tattoo with that quote. And it was like, Christina.
Well, you know what? When the first
Yeah.
ACOTAR came out and it was
Yeah.
about like Tamlin, obviously before the second one ever came out, people were getting Tamlin tattoos
I
because
would
they're like,
die.
love Tamlin, I love Tamlin.
I will cut my skin off
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
the first book.
Like these people probably had to pay to get their tattoos
That's
removed
actually
because
so sad. Do
then
you
the second and the third book came out and you're like, oh, Tamlin is evil.
That
He's
is,
evil.
well, do you know some people think I kind of won that one of the next stories about like Akatar, it's gonna be kind of like his redemption arc. And some people think it's gonna be
Whatever.
with the
Ew.
sister.
Elaine.
Yeah, because of the whole spring and flower stuff. I'm
Ew.
like, no.
I
Okay, wait.
hate them.
I love that. Wait, we should try to read it together. I mean, you read so fast, so I
Wait,
guess I need to like plan.
absolutely. No,
We
but we
should
could like read it at our own paces and then like have a little book club
like a
and talk
debate
about
because they're coming out, isn't it coming out like the next book in October?
the end of the year.
Oh
The end
God.
of the year.
Okay, we have to wait. Okay. Okay, so the last thing we do with the podcast is a little questionnaire. It has 26 questions, but it's like very like, oh, who's your favorite character? Like things like
Okay.
that. It's like I always say it's nothing deep. There's nothing like it's not hard. And then every time I do it, people are like, Christina, I need to think about this.
I'm so ready.
But it's like book related. It could be books, it could be TV or movie, like whatever you feel comfortable. Okay. You ready?
Born
Okay.
ready.
Book you pretend didn't emotionally ruin you.
Book I pretend didn't emotionally ruin me. Probably Nesta's book in
Oh,
Avatar. Yeah.
okay, I love that. Character you're still not over. Whoa.
Aelin.
Oh, wait, wait,
Aelin.
villain you would defend in public. Who?
Aelin, I would
Nesta.
defend in public. Oh my God, what is his name? The guy in um oh my God.
In what book? Do I know the book? I guess the silent patient because you
I like can't think of the name. Oh my God. Um the
that's me all
guy
the time.
in Quicksilver.
Oh, but I
I can't
haven't
remember
read
his
that.
name.
I
Obviously,
haven't.
like he's not really a villain, but always these like main characters, they're always like the bad guy that's so tough, and then you're like, oh, he's actually a softie. Probably him.
We love that.
Yeah.
Okay, movie or book you quote way too seriously.
Um,
Throne of Glass.
Macbeth by Shakespeare.
Oh my God. That's so deep. I love it.
Yeah, wow.
I'm dying. We're just talking about smart, and you're like Macbeth,
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
I'm
Okay,
a very well-rounded individual.
I love that. I love that. Comfort show or book you I know the answer. You've read an embarrassing amount of times. I know that. Throne of Glass.
Throne of Glass book, but show
Uh-huh.
Game of Thrones.
Can you believe I haven't watched that? And people are like,
That's
you love
crazy.
fantasy books and
You're
you haven't
obsessed
watched
with
that?
it. You
I
have
have
to.
to. I have to.
Anyway.
Fictional world you would move to immediately.
Fictional world I would move to immediately. Um, I read only about literally fictional worlds at war. So
That's so true.
I I would have to say, um, oh, I read this story by like, what was her name? Abby something called Part of Your World. And it was such a cute book about this girl, this woman who's like an ER doctor, needs a
Ooh,
break from the ER, goes to like live on the countryside, like whatever. I would live there.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better than one of the crazy wars that we always read.
Yeah.
Book, oh wait, no, sorry. Character you swear you're just like Aelin. You
Maybe
are Aelin. You're actually Aelin.
sometimes, honestly, I think Nesta and I have a very
You are
similar
not
redemption
Nesta.
arc. Very similar.
No.
Maybe when I was like 13 and I was like
Oh,
super
okay.
grungy and I'm
Fair.
like, no one talk to me right now.
I would never, I can never see that from you. Like,
I
since I
know,
knew
I
you, you've been
know.
so sweet and wonderful. I
I
can never
appreciate
see
that,
like,
but I really resonate with Nesta. Like I
love
really
it. I appreciate it, but I'm Nesta. I love that.
do.
I love that. I know that I asked. Book boyfriend or girlfriend you would choose over real people.
Um, that I would choose over real people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, book boyfriend,
Yeah,
Rowan.
of course. Not
Like,
Kale?
never. Literally,
No.
he's not even on the list.
No.
Girlfriend, I'm gonna have to say Manon. Same series.
Manon.
Yeah.
What was the name of
Shannon,
that?
Manon.
Marion.
I love her.
I
I
love
love
that Marion is
her.
just a completely different name, not even the pronunciation. I just added an R
Yes,
because I wanted to.
yes,
It's
you
a
got it.
sandwich. Okay, scene that alter your brain chemistry on a book or TV show, whatever you want.
Okay, spoilers ahead.
Love
Spoilers
spoilers.
ahead. When Aelin was going through different worlds, when she's at the end of the last book, she's going through different worlds, and then she sees a
Oh
man
my
and
gosh, yes.
stops her. And then when you're rereading the second book of ACOTAR, you see Reese waving at like a red comet in the sky, and he stops and he slows it down. And then you
I
realize that what he stopped was Aelin so that she could slow down in her like multiple dimension turning whatever, so she could go back to her world.
I do love that about Sarah that she kind of combines all.
Yeah.
Isn't it Crescent City something like that
Crescent City
too?
too. So if you're gonna read, did you read Crescent City?
No, that's the one I
Okay, you
haven't read from
have
her.
to read it before the new ACOTAR books come out because they're probably going to have to do something with Crescent City.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's fun.
because at
Okay.
the end of Crescent City, I'm actually going to stop right there. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
stop
stop
myself.
right there.
Yeah, I'm going to stop
Okay,
myself.
no, I'm gonna read it. Okay. Um, genre you always say you're done with, but you aren't. Aren't.
Smut.
Yes. Character death you will never forgive.
Um, character death I will never forgive.
Mm-hmm.
Probably from the Song of Achilles. Achilles.
Well, I love that. You're the
Yeah.
first person after six people that have asked this question that didn't say Dobby from Harry Potter.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna start crying.
Well, I love that. Isn't that book the one that people want Connor's story from Heat of Reverie like to play the lead or something? Is
Maybe
that I
you should
think
read that book as well. It is
I
one of
saw
the
that on your
most
Goodreads.
beautiful books I've ever read.
I saw that.
Seriously, the way it was written, I mean, I'm not, yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna read it. I saw that on your Goodreads. I'm actually gonna take another look and
Yeah, you
add some
should.
of those books to my TBR. Okay. Show you binge in an unhealthy way.
So I binge in an unhealthy
Me, every
way
single show that I watch is unhealthy.
every single show that I watch.
Right?
I guess, um, most recently, Bones. I was watching
Oh, my
Bones.
mom loves that show.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, I
obsessed with
completely
it.
binged it.
Oh, okay. My mom is obsessed with that show, and my dad. Okay. Adaptation that personally offended you. I don't like that I add that question because it's negative,
Adaptation that
but
personally offended me. Um, Honestly, right now, because like this is what's like people are obsessed with right now, I'm gonna have to say Love Story with like Carolyn
oh, I
Bessette and
haven't
JFK
seen it.
Jr. Such a good show, but I think like it doesn't, I guess it doesn't personally offend me, but I think people are taking like every single word they've said in it so seriously when
Yeah,
it's like, okay, these are A, real people, and B, like we don't actually know what happened in like
right.
all of these conversations that were had. I feel
Yeah,
like things
nobody was
like that
there,
you
just
really
them.
have to
It's
take with like
fiction.
a grain of salt.
Yeah, I know. That's I've seen a lot of people talking about it too, and Jose and I were also talking about it. We haven't seen it, but we were like, people need to understand that a lot of parts in that show has to be they have to be fiction because nobody
Yeah,
was with them when they were at their apartment. Like,
yeah.
no.
And people like forget that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, people are crazy. Okay.
Mhm.
Next one is character you could fix because you're Delulu.
Character I could fix because I'm Delulu. Oh my God, every single male lead in every single book that I read.
Yes, I agree. Okay. Character who would absolutely ruin you if you're
Um,
like friends with them or their girlfriend.
um, who would ruin me?
Hmm.
I'm trying to think about like TV shows that I've watched recently too, because I'm like watching everything right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm gonna say like Jon Snow.
Jon
I'm
Snow.
obsessed with Game of Thrones. Can you
I,
tell?
it's my brother's favorite show. I
So
really have to watch it. Okay. Book you recommend knowing it will destroy them.
again, I'm gonna say Song of Achilles. I'm like naming things that I've like
Should
listened to.
I read that? And I'm gonna be
You need to
depressed.
read it. You need to
Am
read
I
it.
gonna cry?
I was reading it on the Stairmaster. I'm like wiping my tears on the Stairmaster. I'm sobbing in the gym.
I know, poor baby. Okay, no, I have to read that. And I've seen it on like social media, like people that recommend books and stuff. They always talk about that book, so I do have
Yeah.
to like check that out. Okay, movie you would defend no matter what.
Across the Universe, best movie I've ever seen,
Is that your
ever.
favorite movie?
Favorite movie ever.
Oh, I love that. Mine is Titanic. I will defend that. Show you stopped watching, but you still think about
So I stopped watching, but I still think about stopped watching like halfway through or that it's like done.
halfway through. Yeah. To me, it's The Witcher.
Oh oh my God. Actually, I'm gonna completely agree with you. I'm gonna completely
I
agree with you.
I try, and I know he's doing his best, but
It's not the same.
I cannot not compare it. And I don't have anything against him. Like I don't care. Like I know he's trying his best, but it's not. We just had him for what, 2 seasons, three? No, two, because the third season
Yeah,
is the
and
one
he
that
was, I mean, perfect.
he was so perfect. But yeah. Wait, I always like lose my you can only see my forehead. Shoot, no, here. Ship you will go down with. Mm.
Um, ship I will go down with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, American Horror Story season one Murder House is one of the best shows of all time.
I love that you're not just using one thing to answer every single question. You're like all over like love
I'm
story,
really
American.
thinking of it.
I
I'm
love
trying to look
it.
it.
I love it so much. I love American Horror Story. I also agree that's one of the best seasons. I think that one and I think that's the second one, I think, the Asylum.
Asylum, so good.
Those two I think were my favorites. Wait,
Unbelievable.
I remember from American like that first season when she's like trying to escape and she just goes in circles and still it's like inside the house or whatever.
Insane.
That's traumatizing. Okay.
Best season ever.
Wait, no, I love that. Fictional couple you're convinced is endgame. So I guess like something that hasn't ended yet.
We did Rivalry, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Neil, I love that so much. Line of dialogue that lives rent-free in your head. Macbeth. I'm
I'm
not
gonna
that's
guess,
like the best
yeah.
answer.
But I'm gonna say, call me by your name.
Mm.
So, I mean, every single thing from that movie, when they're on the phone, he's like, Elio, 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 call me by your name and I'll call you by mine. Like, oh my God, that movie tears me up every time.
I love that you watch so many movies. I did know you've read a lot. I didn't know you watched that many movies and TV shows, and I
Yeah.
now I love
I'm
you
an
even more.
insomniac, can you tell?
I love it. So it's
That's
perfect
how
that
I
we're gonna
survived
bit
school.
watch together that show, those 8 episodes. That's great. Okay. Book you became a knowing about.
Throne of Glass.
Love that. Show you wish you could rewatch or you could watch, sorry, again for the first time. I would have you seen Dark?
I haven't. Heard of
Oh,
it though. I've heard of it
you
though.
have that's my number one ever.
Um, I'll put it on my list. Um, rewatch for the first time show. Maybe um The Pit.
Oh my God. That's oh wait, people can't see it, but you can see it. Wait, where is
Is
it?
it back there?
Wait, do you see? No, you can. But here, this is Robbie, and this is
Love.
one of the cast members, but it's my face on top. It's on my vision board. I want to be in the pit. I love the pit
Such a good
so
show.
much. It's
Such
so good. So, so good. Okay, we're almost done. Three more questions. Obsession you refuse to call an obsession.
obsession I refuse to call an obsession.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I'm like so open with all my obsessions.
Me
And
too.
I'm like very aware of them. Obsession, I refuse to call an obsession. Right now, maybe I'm gonna say like my obsession with like I started listening to this is like not books nor movies, it's
I
music. I
it's
started
okay.
listening to like Irish garage punk. As
Oh,
yeah, I don't know because like it was St. Patrick's Day. I support a United Ireland. I'm also going to Dublin literally tomorrow. I started listening
you're
to
doing
Irish
your
garage punk.
research.
I'm obsessed with it. I am obsessed with it.
Wait, I love that. This might be my favorite like questioner like out of all the episodes because it's like so no, it's so
You know
great.
I'm
It's like
so outlandish.
I
My
love
brain
it.
is going everywhere.
I love it. Are you currently in a fictional hyper fixation?
Um, no, not at this exact moment. I recently ended one with Windy City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you need a new one.
I know. I need a new one.
That's
Well, I'm
that.
gonna read off campus.
I
There
think
you
it's gonna be your new one because the books and also the show coming out now, you have to. Okay, last question. Oh, but no, you said you don't have one. Because the last question is on a scale from casual fan to needs help, how deep is your current obsession? I always say like I
Okay,
need
well,
help.
I can go with my like my number one book obsession, which again is Throne of Glass.
Of course. Did
And
you need
I'm
help?
gonna say I used to need help. When I first I used to need help, but now I'm gonna say like number like seven. Like it's manageable. I think
Okay,
about it
that's not
every day,
bad.
but like it's manageable.
Okay, that's not bad. Oh my God, we did it. I think
We
it's
did
gonna be long
it.
and I don't care. People are like, well, you can edit it. I'm like, that's so hard because it's so
Yeah.
amazing, everything
And
we talked
especially because
about.
everything we say is so important.
It is so important. And also, people that like to read, you can listen to this and be like, oh, I'm gonna read this book. Oh, I don't know about this book. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take a look to this. So I think it's actually so good and interesting. I
Yay.
love you so much. And
I love
thank you so
you.
much for saying yes to this.
Thank you so much for having me. You know, I would have done it in a second. A, I would do anything for you. B,
Stop, I'm
this
gonna
is
cry.
my fame debut. C, I love
I love
reading.
you.
I love talking about books. Like, this is actually my cup of
You
tea.
should be an actor. Like your vibe, your aura, you're such a performer. And I'm saying this in the best
Well,
way possible.
I know. Thank
Like
you.
your vibe and your light is so beautiful. And
Oh,
every single time
Christina.
and I remember when you started working when we met and Samantha's like, "Oh yeah, no, she's a teacher." I'm like, "Oh, I thought she was like an actor." Like there's something about you like so beautiful and joyful. And you love books and TV shows and like movies. Like you should be in the industry.
Maybe.
You should.
We'll
Write
see.
your book. Write a book. You
Oh
should
my
write
God. I feel like I'd have so much to say. One day, maybe, if I
one,
have time.
one day. But again, thank you so
Thank
much.
you
I'm
for
so sad
having
that this
me.
is done.
I
But
know.
hopefully
We'll do it again.
we're gonna do it again. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna see you so soon because we're gonna again
Yeah.
bitch, not binge, bitch watch off campus. I'm
Oh
so
my
excited.
God. I'm so excited. I
I
love you,
love you. Wait, I'm
Christina.
gonna stop recording, but I want to say goodbye to you. Every time I stop the recording, people are like bye, and I'm like, wait, no, I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna stop the recording, but thank you so much
Okay.
for everyone that listened. Bye.
Bye.